Hi there. What I'm about to start right now can be one of the most audacious steps I have taken before. Nevertheless, on contemplating and pondering over the decision of whether to go in for this or not to go in for this, I decided in favor of the former, that is to go in for this, in the interest of many of my friends. At the outset, the topic that I've chosen is Transcendental Meditation, a learner's perspective. Learners is an underlined quote unquote. It's very important. At the outset, I must admit that transcendental meditation can be only dealt with, trained, and described by authentic, certified transcendental meditation teachers, by a central organization of the world. I'm not one of them. But nobody takes away my right of sharing my view as a learner. And I'm doing it with a divine instruction that this is necessary for my fellow friends of my community where I'm involved, in the interest of playing a small part in changing the world. So give me all your attention. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. But the things that I'm going to discuss is of paramount importance. Let me dive right in. I tried to translate transcendental meditation in one of the Indian languages, including my mother tongue, Bengali. And I found the words that are given there as a translation doesn't fully explain or define the depth of the term transcendence. So I decided to coin my own word to translate transcendental meditation from my own angle. It's up to you to accept or reject it. I have no problem. I call it Anant Ka Dhyan. I also call it Shunya Ka Dhyan. In Sanskrit, Shunya means Akash. And Akash is an endless view available to the finite people like us. Akash is the only readily available infinite exposed to our eyes, our material eyes. So, the dhyan of Akash or Antariksh or the space quite closely brings us close to the concept of transcendence. And that said, I must also say, transcendence is even beyond, because it is beyond everything. Now, coming to the brass tacks reality of the mundane world, there are three stages of getting into transcendence. The closest nomenclature of transcendence in the human descriptions is called Chaitanya. Chaitanya. We all want to go there. And the stages, interim stages, are Chinta, which is mind, because mind picture cannot be drawn. The flow of thoughts are called mind. And the next is Chitta, somewhere in the middle. When the mind gets awakened, we call it Chitta. And then we have Chaitanya, when we get enlightened or we are awakened to the reality. So it's a journey from mind to transcendence, mind to the infinite. Transcendence symbolizes infinite. We are all infinite. We all came from the space, Antariksh. So, an effort of meditation which can take us to this journey of connecting with the infinite is called transcendental meditation. At the outset, I bow deeply. I offer my oblation to our master and guru who had gifted transcendental meditation to the whole world. One of the greatest Siddha yogi, Mahesh Yogi. The only pride I have is I share my mother tongue with him because he was born as a Bengali before he became completely transcendent. And he gifted transcendental consciousness and transcendental meditation to the world. But he reached out to the world, every corner of the world, people of all communities, all countries, millions and millions of people today practice transcendental meditation, which Siddha Yogi, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi had learned from his master and then gifted to all of us. I'm a very late entrant into this precious, invaluable arena. Humbly speaking, I've spent my life in studying and practicing various types of meditation, researching, reading the scientific background, speaking over it from my limited point of view at various fora. But not until recently, all by divine grace and with the help of a very good friend of mine who happens to be a profound doctor, globally blessed, doing great work, I was introduced to transcendental meditation. I had a small episode of a mild heart attack in the month of May. And then I got across with this doctor friend and he said, "You are perfectly okay." And then he introduced me to transcendental meditation. I am a student. I'm just practicing it for a few months, but I have gained professional improvement in my health, in my orientation, in my enthusiasm, in my creativity, whatnot. And this inspires me to share this profound knowledge and opportunity with my close friends. I'm pretty sure this will be my small contribution to the world, because at this stage of our life, we need to pay back to the society. And the best thing that we can pay is this precious gift of spirituality to a human being, because this is the only thing that we have missed in our life. And all the disasters that has happened in the world is due to this missing factor only. So this is my little effort to kindle a small light in my close friends, to have my point of view as a student once again about how wonderful is this journey into transcendental meditation. So here, let me dive in straight away. First thing, all meditations are good. All meditations are wonderful, and all of them more or less have the same goal. Process is different. You put all other things in one category for this moment and put transcendental meditation here so that I can tell you how this is different from rest of the meditations. I said different. I didn't say better, or I had no business, no knowledge, no expertise, no authority to undermine any of the other processes which are practiced and preached by great enlightened saints in the world. But the real thing about transcendental meditation are four, and these are the four ways it can stand out. One, it is very easy. Two, it is very simple. All easy things are not simple. You got to go about a long way to understand that. It is very simple. You can instantly understand that. You can easily learn that. So easy, simple. Third, effortless. No effort is required. Any moment, anywhere, at any time you can do it. Well, it is recommended that don't do it immediately after the food, or if you do it immediately before the sleep, you might have a little disturbance in the sleep because it gives you tremendous rest of the mind. Rest for the mind. But otherwise, you can also do it. No harm will be there. So you can do it easily, simply, effortlessly. Last but not the least, it has a fully scientific basis. These are the four ways transcendental meditation stand out as a different means to the same end all meditations look for. Next, Second way it is different is, many other meditation has got a concept of japa. That means you stick with one mantra repeatedly. And more you stay with the mantra, more quickly you gain enlightenment. Okay? Nothing wrong with it. But here, when you come to transcendental meditation, the first difference that you must notice, you don't stick, you give up. You just drop. In the japa, where you have a master, you take your naam or you take a diksha mantra, you got to chant the mantra mentally, or you can do the japa with the rosary or in the fingers. But here, nothing of that sort. Because here, although the teacher might sometimes refer what you get from him is a mantra, but it's not actually mantra. In real translation in Sanskrit, it is a dhvani or sound. You get a sound. And the sound cannot have any material meaning. It has a meaning, esoteric meaning, which will be revealed to you maybe over time. It has not been revealed to me yet. But I have an indication that it will lead to a profound meaning, the ultimate meaning of life. So the sound is dropped inside your mental akash. Akasha includes the mind, includes the chitta, and the chaitanya. All the three things are included, total. But you begin with the mind because we are mundane people. We are at the level of our mind, not at the level of consciousness. Chaitanya, I forgot to mention, the closest translation of Chaitanya is consciousness. And transcendental consciousness is that consciousness of Chaitanya. We begin with the mind, so we drop the sound that we get from the master who trains you on transcendental meditation. And don't compare with Ishta mantra. It's not an Ishta mantra or Guru mantra. It's just a sound, transcendental sound. And you drop the sound inside your Chidakash. It's a very beautiful word. It's called Chidakash. The saints used to explain the mind, Chitta, and Chaitanya as an Akash, and it's called Chidakash. You drop it there and just drop it. Don't hold on to it. People who have been practicing japa dhyana, or Guru Mantra dhyana, they might have an initial resistance to taking it up. So they will continue to japa the sound, and then the mind becomes heavy. So I humbly tell you, my experience, never hold on to it, just drop it. Now listen to the thought. And the most beautiful thing is, you will forget it. It will remain in your inside, in the level of your transcendent realization level, because the moment you get the sound, it becomes a part of you. And it's a vehicle on which you travel from the mind to the consciousness. So it's going to stay with you. But when you sit down for meditation, you will forget it. Listen, more you forget it, good it is initially. Because you can't forget it. It's there. It's working somewhere at the depth of your subconscious mind where all your thoughts are registered. You forget it because thoughts will come in your mind frequently. They will flow on your mind, just like a current. And in transcendental meditation, let them flow. Don't fight with them. Don't obstruct them. And don't tell them, hey, don't disturb me. Come on, don't disturb me. Get away. Yeah, you can politely tell, okay, I will handle it a little later. I'm slightly busy with the meditation. I need your cooperation. Just a friendly way you can request them. Seek their cooperation, and then the sound will come back without any effort. It's going to come back naturally, so naturally that you will wonder whether it has come naturally or you had remembered it. And that's the beauty of it. More it comes back, more beautiful it is. But that doesn't mean that you fetch it, you draw it again and again. Let them come back. I don't think I'll be wrong if I share my experience. Sometime I get plunged deep and immersed in transcendental meditation for even 1.5 hours at a stretch. And in that long 1.5 hour period, hardly 10 times it comes back. I used to get initially upset, and then I realized, good, very good. Because rest of the time, it's not coming back, but it's there. It's there working, sweeping my subconscious mind of the subconscious registrations, which are there of the past experience and the thoughts, which reflect repeatedly as thoughts. So what is the ultimate goal? Your subconscious mind should be extinct. There should be only consciousness. And that's the goal of all transcendence. What is the difference between self-realized saints, enlightened saints, and us? They do not have a subconscious mind. They might have very small. But reverse in our case, we got a big subconscious mind. We are preoccupied with the subconscious mind, and we are not conscious at all. The whole thing is that this has to be reversed through transcendental meditation. So ultimately, it will be only consciousness, and your subconscious mind will be absolutely extinct. And that's the work, that sound, that dhvani is doing when it is not in your surface. After a while, automatically, it will come to your smaran. We are. And when you get engulfed with it, you will see no difference between each other and this dhyana. Automatically, the dhvani will continue sounding with you. And that is the most beautiful state. And that's our goal. So the difference is you don't hold on to anything. You give up. You give up the sound itself, the dhvani itself. You give up the thoughts that come. Don't hold on to anything. Just let it go. Let it flow. Flow is a very spiritual word. So when we get into that rhythm, when we get into the flow, it's a different kind of experience. Initially, when I started it, all my previous experience came and interfered. I used to compare this and that. And soon I got over that comparative mode. I experienced this as a new experience of my life, and that's what gave me the real joy. Let me tell you, I'm growing leaps and bounds. I've almost forgotten that I had a heart attack. And I'm not saying that my heart blocks are all removed, but I know as long as I live, I shall live merrily, happily, enthusiastically, with my excitement, with my characteristic charisma, and with creativity. That's all you want, isn't it? So it doesn't matter how long you live. What matters is how you live. And that quality of life will be improved. No, you are not here in transcendental meditation to be a saint or a yogi. Just live a normal life. Even if you have a guru mantra, practice it of your own. But in transcendental meditation, learn it from a certified teacher. If you need any help, you can certainly come to me and I'll give whatever I know, and I'll link you to the right people who know much better than me. I spend hours listening to the best of the quantum physicists, doctors, psychologists, cardiologists, who have changed their traditional practice and they're prescribing, training transcendental meditation. They have become authorized transcendental meditation teacher to give the best therapy to their patient. I'm a patient, so I know what I'm talking. I'm not talking through my hat. I'm talking through my blood, through my veins, through my cells, through my DNA. I humbly appeal to you. The best gift that you can give yourself in this life, in this contemporary challenging scenario, is bring transcendental meditation in your life. And the whole country, whole nation, whole human community must learn it. And that's the best way. All the evils will be automatically dropped. And we all should become enlightened. The ultimate purpose why God had created us. I wonder if this little small presentation makes some sense to you. If it does, I'll be happy to have a few remarks. My name is Oshik. I have been in the business of personal development, training, and public speaking, as you can see. And that's one of my past expertise, which does not give me any more pride. What gives me pride is I'm a student of Transcendental Meditation. And that's the only qualification I cherish. With my pranam, gratitude, and oblation to the great Guru Maharshi Mahesh Yogi for gifting this precious and valuable nectar in my life. And I wish all of you gain through this little presentation. All the very best. Enjoy the day. Goodbye.